Good day, Brutal Planet listeners. This is Eric Peterson, quarantining from Salt Lake City today. And today I have the distinct honor of being joined by the busiest guitar player on the planet, Magnus Karlsson. How are you doing today, Magnus?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. And where are you quarantining from?
From Sweden.
And are you guys quarantining yet, or are you not? Or
Actually, not much. We didn't have a lockdown or anything here in Sweden. We are living quite normal, but we don't have any big shows or anything. I think we can be up to 50 persons at one place, so
okay.
We can't have any festivals or shows or anything.
Yeah, I think I read all the festivals got canceled, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole summer, and then we'll see. I don't know how it's after August, if it's getting better. I think nobody knows yet.
Yeah. Well, I say that you are the hardest working guitar player in the industry because I just can't believe all the stuff you do and participate in. And your latest project is your own, which is the free fall that we are the night, which I just have to say, holy shit, it's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Tell me a little bit about the album and how you went about the process of recording and stuff.
Yeah, it started. It's the third solo album I'm doing, and it started that I wanted to do something more with Tony Martin. He sang on the last one, and when he said yes to do a song or two on another one, I thought, let's do another solo album. So that's it was the start, and then I asked Norah. I thought a lot about doing something with her because I really like her voice, and I think she's fantastic. And then I asked some maybe not so known guys like Renan Sonta from Brazil, and you know the guys Ronnie from that did Rainbow, and also Ferryman with me, and a lot of great singers. So I always start with the singers, and when I know who's going to sing it, then I start to write songs. So I don't have any songs that I just have saved a lot of songs. I write new songs for every project when I know who's going to sing it.
Nice. And so the songs with Dino, I mean, that first track right off the album, I mean, that's one of my favorite tracks on the album, the Hold Your Fire. I just love the orchestration, and the solo in that is amazing.
Cool, thanks.
And
yeah, it's a great opener, and Dino, he's just amazing singer.
Yeah, he is. And then he sings on another song on the album too, correct?
Yeah. Under the Black Star.
Yeah. And then, so how did you, I mean, there's kind of one that's maybe not everybody knows, and that's Mike Anderson, and he's out of Sweden with you guys, right? How did you decide to get him for the album?
Yeah, he's an old friend, and we did I think it's over 10 years ago, we did an album called Planet Alliance with a lot of different musicians, and he was one of the singers, and he sang in a band called Cloudscape, and we were recording in the same studio in Malmö. And then he did a guest. He was a guest singer on the first Freefall album, and now I asked him again. So he's really great. I remember I sang the demo, and I really, had blood taste in my mouth because it was so high. I couldn't do it, and he walked into my studio and just sang it in 5 minutes. Like it was nothing. So he's really cool, and a very nice and humble guy.
And then, I mean, you sing on it too, which is, I mean, you have a great voice too, which I don't think, I mean, people know you as a guitar player, but they don't know that you have such a great voice vocally. And your voice reminds me of John Wheaton from Asia a lot.
Okay.
Do you get that often?
No, I never heard it before. I have to check.
I mean, especially the song, the first song that you sing yourself, I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah, that's the title track, We Are the Night.
Yeah, I think your voice sounds so much like him in that song. It just you have that harmony that he carried, when he was singing with Asia. And I hear that when you sing.
Cool.
So.
I have to listen to him again and see if
I
hear it.
Yeah. And so then you all obviously got probably one of the best voices I have to say in rock and metal today, which is Ronnie. And of course, you've done other projects with him. How did you originally hook up with Ronnie?
I that was through Frontiers, Serafino at Frontiers. I remember I was actually at the gym and I got a text message. Do you want to do an album with Ronnie? And I just looked at the phone and texted back yes. and then we started Ferryman, because I already heard him. Not with Rainbow, because it was quite early, but I heard him on YouTube singing covers and stuff, and that was really good.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you obviously did the two Ferryman album, which both of them are amazing albums. But how is he like to work with? Is he pretty intense, or is he a pretty laid back guy?
Very, very laid back. It's no discussions at all. I write everything and he don't ask anything.
Oh, really?
Record it, and super fast. It's like a couple of songs in just, in an hour or something. I've never been in the same room when he recorded, but I guess he don't have to sing it twice. He just sing it once, and that's good enough. And so I think he's the fastest singer I ever worked with.
Really? Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then, of course, Norah. And you guys, you've played with Norah before, or played on the same stage with her at festivals and stuff, correct?
Yeah, but no, I didn't do it because I don't tour so much with Primal Fear anymore, and so I missed a lot of tours and festivals the last years. I'm still in the band, but I'm sure they played at the same festival as Battle Beast, but I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
So I never met her in person before, but I listen a lot to Battle Beast, and I think she reminds of a young, angry Ann Wilson from Heart, and yes. I really like that. And she has different kind of voices. She can sound really angry, and and had this laid back voice too. So she's super.
So is there any other? I'm just curious. Is there any other female artists that you would like to work with?
Yeah, a lot, and I actually working on it right now because I'm writing a metal opera just for female singers. So I'm writing for a lot of singers now.
And do you have some lined out? I mean, I know you probably can't say, but do you have people lined out that you want?
Yeah, and I had some wishes, and I also got a long list from Frontiers. They have this big, a lot of artists and bands, and I noticed that they signed a lot of female-fronted metal bands and solo artists. So I got a long list of singers that I could choose from.
Nice. I like that about Frontiers, in that Frontiers seems to embrace this thing with you guys where you just interact with each other and really kind of just take artists and move them around and to see what fits best. Yeah,
for me it's perfect. The Frontiers is really the perfect label for me because as I said, I don't want to tour too much, and all these studio projects with the great singers, the singers that I have in my record collection, I get a chance to write for them. That's just fantastic. I think it started, I'm not sure, but I think Alan Lande was one of the first projects like this. In 2005 we did that one.
Yeah, that was a great album too. And so you played guitar on that, correct?
Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote the first Alan Lande, and I produced and played it. So when you said the busiest guitar player, I would say maybe the busiest producer, because I mostly write and produce, and of course I play too. But that's the small part of the album. The big part is the writing and producing.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I would just hit the tip of the iceberg when I said busiest guitar player. I mean, there's so much more to you than just guitar playing. It's writing and producing.
Yeah, but the guitar is what you see when you look at the videos and stuff.
Yeah. And then do you have any other projects right now that you're working on? I mean, other than the female fronted stuff that...
No, that is taking all my time at the moment. But we will release a Primal Fear album in, I think, next month too. So, but that's already done, but it will come soon.
I heard the first single on it, and the first single is great. It's your classic Primal Fear song, and I just was going to ask you, how much do you do for the writing for that, for Primal Fear?
A lot. Matt Sinner and I, we work on a lot of tracks and stuff, and then Ralph also writes lyrics and melodies, and Tom was also involved in the songwriting, and but I write a lot and I play a lot on the album, but no touring. And now it will be exciting because they just recorded a video, and I can't go to Germany because it's, the borders now, and so I have to record something here, and then we have to do something.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you're gonna record your part and then send it over and transpose it into the video.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think so.
Well, that's the world we live in today. You can do that.
Yeah, I mean, a video would be better if I'm in the same room, but now I don't have a choice. It's very hard to go to Germany now.
Yeah. Well,
Don't you have the same, that you can't go wherever you want in between states, or you?
No, we can go wherever we want in between states.
Okay.
Yeah, we can travel. It's just there's different restrictions on, like whether you have to wear a mask or whether you don't have to wear a mask and that kind of stuff, and whether businesses are open too.
Okay.
So when you mentioned the Ann Wilson, it reminded me of the Primal Fear when you came out with that best of, and you did that cover of the Heart song. Yeah. And that had to be the most dead on, amazing Heart cover I've ever heard. What made you guys pick that song?
I think it was Matt that suggested it a long time ago, and then we didn't do it. And then when we did the best of, we wanted to do cover, and then it came up again, and we discussed it. And I'm really happy with that version, and that's cool with Ralph. He really what you say, adapt to the song in a very cool way. He doesn't sing in his normal style. Really, and it worked out.
It's almost like somebody was grabbing his titty and twisting it just to get him a little bit higher.
Yeah. He doesn't have a problem with that.
No. Well, I appreciate your time, Magnus. I think this is probably easily one of my top 10 albums of the year, and I mean it's right up there at the top with a few others. But this is a great album. I think the nice thing about it is, for me, being a child of the 80s, I love that power metal because it reminds me a lot of the stuff I grew up listening to. And so, cool.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, and the orchestration, like I said, and with the instruments in there is it's amazing. It's a great album. So,
thanks.
So I encourage everybody to go pick this album up when it comes out, and I appreciate your time, and we will chat soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.